the channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. So my dog Goose and I, we just set off on a 7-day canoe trip through a portion of the Avalon Wilderness Reserve here in Eastern Newfoundland. So we're going to be doing roughly a 40-kilometer route here. So not a big amount of distance for a week-long trip by any means, but the idea for this trip is just to enjoy the week out here, kind of take our time, explore the area, do a bit of fishing hopefully, and yeah, just enjoy the week like I said. So anyways, we put in here at Mount Carmel Pond and tried to get a bit of footage as I was traveling down the pond there, but the wind really kicked up on us when we got about halfway down, so I couldn't really mess around with the camera much. But anyways, the goal for today was just to get down across Mount Carmel Pond here, which we did, and it's getting into late afternoon here now, almost 5 p.m. actually, so we're just gonna stay here for tonight. I got my camp all set up here, and it's been a bit of a long day. Had a pretty good drive to get up here, so anyways, we're just gonna relax here for the evening. Tomorrow morning we'll get an early start, break down camp, and start making our way along the route here, cover off a few kilometers. So looks like we got some bad weather moving in tomorrow afternoon sometime, calling for some rain showers, and the winds are supposed to be pretty high, I think. So definitely want to get a few kilometers behind us before that weather comes, because that could bring us to a halt pretty quick if it gets bad enough. So anyways, that's the plan. Just going to relax, get a bit of supper on the go here soon, and we'll get back on the move here tomorrow morning. So just for a little walk up behind camp here now, and not far from camp here is a massive blueberry patch. So look at these beauties. Definitely going to be taking advantage of these. You want some, Goose? Have some, bud. Good boy. Come on, eat them. Goose is not quite sure about them. Yeah, it's a perfect time of year now for blueberries here in Newfoundland. So they're just getting ripe, and these are beauties. Oh man, oh, that's good stuff. Well, we just walked up behind camp here to see the sunset. Just got down behind the horizon here. Man, what a beautiful evening. Crazy. Absolutely beautiful sunset. That's why I come out to places like this. Just to be out here alone. Watch the sunset out here in the middle of nowhere. In absolute silence. Just me and a dog. Gotta love it. Goose, what are you looking for, bud? Jeez, boy. Gotta bury that back in now. So we're all packed up here, ready to get on the move. So I got everything cleaned up, got the place left just like I found it. So I even took apart my fire pit there and buried that in. So yeah, anyways, we will get on the trail here. So here in the Avalon Wilderness Reserve, there are no marked trails or maintained trails or anything like that. So I don't have GPS with me on this trip, so I'm just going with the map and compass. So what I do is when I get to the start of a portage trail, and the same thing when I get in the canoe to try to paddle across a pond or whatever, just stop, look at the map, figure out where I'm going, take a quick compass bearing, and that gives me something to follow, because it's pretty easy to get turned around out here. Like I said, nothing is marked or anything like that, so you got to kind of have your wits about you. Anyways, that's what I do. And then as I'm walking along, I'll just pop the compass open every couple of minutes, make sure I'm heading in the right direction. If I get turned around, I'll pick up on it pretty quickly. So, well, this first little section here is mostly just getting across this marsh. We're heading this way, so I'll be able to drag the canoe behind me with the food barrel on my back, so that'll save me one trip, so that'll be good. Whew! Gonna be a few calories burned here today, boys. Whew! Gotta love it though. Goose is having a time. He's gonna be good and tired today too by the time we make camp this evening. Well, just paddling across this little gully now. Short little paddle, and we gotta get out and do another portage. Pretty good day so far. Wind is starting to pick up a little bit, but not too bad. So water is super shallow here, so we gotta be careful for rocks. Pretty shallow and rocky. Water levels are low. Hoping to try and squeeze through here now, but I might have to get out. Oh yeah. She's rocky. Gonna have to hop out, I think. So there's a little brook here now that we gotta get down to get out in the middle pond. But the water's low. It's gonna be super rocky. So I just took all the gear out of the canoe, and I think I'm just going to walk down across here. It's pretty good going along the bank here, so I'll carry the gear down as far as I can, and we might have to jump back in the canoe and paddle a little bit of the brook, but I may even carry the canoe now down across here. I think it'll be easier than trying to pull it down over all these rocks. Up. Boy. still trying to pick our way down this little brook here. Slow going. Super rocky. Anyways, we'll get there. Time is on our side. Not in any rush at all. Well, I saw a few trout breaching there, so figured I'd stop here for a little break and put the rod together, try for a trout. You don't seem to be too interested in what I got to offer here though. Going for a ride, bud, you're going for a ride. So this is going to be a bit of a nightmare here now. This section is pretty tough, so I got to get the canoe down through here. So I'm going to have to do a combination here of lifting the canoe over my head, trying to line it or wade with it or whatever works to get down through here. There's no way to portage around it. The tree line on both sides is just super dense bush. So anyways, we got to get down through here. Whew. Well, glad to have that over with. Man, that little brook there is tangly. I think even with good water levels, you'd have your hands full there. So anyways, we're out in the middle pond here now. That took well over an hour to get down through that little brook. Had to make 3 trips. But anyways, we got her done. So the wind's not too bad yet. I'm gonna load up again now and get down across middle pond here and out into Bloody Pond. So just trying to make my way into Bloody Pond here now. So I couldn't find a trail, but I just dropped all the gear and left the canoe here. and just walked ahead a little bit there and managed to find the trail. So I just got to wade the canoe up the brook a little farther here now, and the trail's just up here on the right hand side. So well, we're on the trail to Bloody Pond now. Got to cross this bog here, about 200 meters. So this is not a bad one here. I'll be able to drag the canoe with the food barrel in it, or on my back, whatever. Yeah, I'm hoping to get down across Bloody Pond now. The wind is starting to kick up, and Bloody Pond is a fair sized body of water, so, and it's pretty exposed. So we'll see now when we get the canoe and stuff out there what the conditions are like. So we're at Bloody Pond here now. The wind is gusting up and down here, but it's not too bad at the moment, so I think we're going to go for it. So we got to go right down across this one now, right up to the northwest end. So it is a tailwind, which is okay. So if we don't get across this one now, tonight the wind is supposed to go northwest, I think. So it's going to be a nasty headwind coming right up here that we'd have to try to battle either tomorrow or whenever. So yeah, we're going to go for it here now. Like I said, once we cross this one, I'm satisfied with that for today. So we'll look for a spot then to make camp. I even got on camera, not very much I don't think, but couldn't even think about messing with the camera. I honestly thought we were gone there for a minute. Heart was just racing still. We got out pretty much right out in the middle in the worst possible spot, man, and that wind just came out of nowhere. White caps out on the pond there now, just gusting up strong. Anyways, the waves are coming up. We had a tailwind, the waves were coming up and breaking over the top of the canoe behind me. There was just nothing I could do. I was just paddling with everything I had in me. Oh man. That was one of the closest paddles I've ever had. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm on an island here. It's not ideal either, but at least I'm on land. A hell of a spot to get the canoe up out of the water here too. With a bar putting a drop down to the water here. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do, lift the canoe out and just regroup here, and it's still early in the day, so we got time to decide what we're going to do. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster of emotions here over the last hour or so. So anyways, after nearly swamping the canoe out on one of the biggest lakes that we got across here, we finally got to safety on this island. So we're windbound here on an island, and to make matters worse then, I lost my GoPro, which had all the footage from so far today on it. So this island is just covered in like knee-high shrubs the whole way. It's not so bad right here, but where I brought the canoe and all the gear up through is just knee to waist high shrubs, and I must have laid the GoPro down there somewhere when I was trying to get all the gear out of the canoe, and I could not find it anywhere. So I spent the last hour just scouring all over the place, looking underneath bushes, and I'll tell you, morale was at an all-time low there for a while. So anyways, I found the GoPro. After a good hour of searching everywhere, I finally found it. So that was a bit of a morale boost anyways. And on top of it all, it started to rain just as I realized I lost the GoPro, sorry. So yeah, things weren't going too well there for a while, but anyways, the rain just cleared again. It's still blowing a gale out there on the pond. We're pretty sheltered here because we're on the leeward side of this island. So I'm just trying to regroup here. I'm going to take a little rest. I'm not doing anything for the next half an hour or so anyways. And yeah, the main thing is we're safe. We avoided a bit of a close call there. So yeah, I got to be smart about what I'm doing. You know, when we left to paddle across Bloody Pond here, the wind wasn't bad at all. It had kind of been gusting up and down all morning, but it wasn't near as bad as it is now. And as soon as we got right out in the middle, it's the worst possible timing, and that wind just came out of nowhere. And man, oh man, I'll tell you, I'm going to remember that for a long time. Something I'm going to keep in the back of my mind too now, because I can't go taking chances. You know, it was a bit of a freakish way that it happened, because like I said, it kind of came out of nowhere, but I gotta be a little more careful what I'm doing out here. So anyways, that's it. Like I said, we're safe. We're gonna have a little rest. Goose is pretty tired here now. He's passed out behind me there. So we'll check back here in a bit, and I don't know, we may have to camp here tonight. It's gonna be hard to find a spot to pitch the tent, but we'll see what happens. If the wind drops, we may be able to get the rest of the way down Bloody Pond and look for a site down there somewhere. Okay, so I'm getting back in the boat here. Checked the forecast on my satellite device, and it's calling for winds 30 gusting to 50 tomorrow from the northwest. So that's not good for getting off this island. So if we don't get off today, we could be stuck here for who knows how long. But anyways, how I'm going to do here, I got the gear loaded up. I'm just going to kind of trim along the shore of the island here on the left. And once I get up to the end of the island, I got to cross here to this shore. So I'm going to just stay close to the island, assess the situation when I get up to the end there, the end of the island. And if it looks too bad, I'll swing around and come back to the island here. But it does look a lot more calm down that end of the pond. So anyways, we'll see. Woo! Oh man, oh, we made it across. Woo! Still pretty exposed here, but just making our way in through this little channel now, and then we should be okay. Okay, I think we're out of the worst of it. Woo. Oh man, thank God. Just gotta find a spot to camp now. Gotta get in out of this wind somewhere. Gotta find somewhere sheltered. Whew, what a day. So, I haven't filmed much at all here for the past few hours. I haven't filmed at all for the past few hours, I should say. So, we managed to get off of Bloody Pond, thankfully. and the wind was just gusting bad. But I went for it. I got across. I managed to kind of pick my way down the pond and found a spot where I could cross, where the wind was kind of a little lighter. It was more sheltered. So I got across and then got tucked in behind another island. And anyways, long story short, I managed to get across Bloody Pond. And so I planned to camp somewhere there. That was my original plan, to have an early day and a bit of a relaxing afternoon. But couldn't find anywhere to camp there on the end of Bloody Pond, so I decided to do the next portage, and that turned out to be the longest one of the day. So it took me, I don't know, a good hour and a half, I'd say, maybe even 2 hours to do that portage. So anyways, I ended up getting here on the next little pond. So there was absolutely nowhere here to pitch a tent, no flat ground at all, so I just got the tent right here. Tent is here, and it's pitched on a big pile of shrubs basically, but that's it. I'm too tired to keep going. So there's a little brook here that runs out into the next pond. That's where we gotta head tomorrow. So yeah, I'm pretty much exhausted here, to be honest. It was a way tougher day than I expected it to be, but that's it. It's all part of it. So the main thing is we're here, we're safe, we got all our gear, no one got hurt. And yeah, I'm looking forward to just getting some food in me now. I haven't eaten hardly at all today. I had a granola bar and a little bit of jerky since breakfast, and we've been going all day. So I don't know, I think when we had that bit of a scare in the canoe there, it kind of rattled me a bit and kind of threw me off. So anyways, like I said, it's behind us now, so I'm gonna get some grub in me, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to climbing in the tent. Actually, it's after 6 p.m. here now. I figured I'd be at camp today by 2 or 3 at the latest. So we got butter and herb pasta here, just one of those sidekicks. I just dumped it out into a baggie because the packaging was ripped up. And some more smoked cod. I'm gonna eat that up. This is the last pack of this I brought, so I don't know how long this stuff is good for. Not refrigerated. I'm sure it'll be fine for a few days, but I don't want to take any chances, so I'll eat that up tonight. So that should be good. What are you doing in there, bud? You can go in the tent, you know. What a spot to have in that. Well, I got supper all finished up and cleaned up here. All the stuff packed away again. And just filtering a liter of water now. So I'm going to chug that back before I get in the tent. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this wet clothes off now. Some dry clothes on and climbing into that sleeping bag. It's going to be good. So for anyone who's been watching the channel for a while now, if you're wondering where my other dog Molly, my Labrador Retriever, is, so she stayed home on this one. So she's 10 years, almost 10 years old now, so she's starting to slow down a little bit, but I didn't feel comfortable on this trip taking the 2 dogs in the canoe, and today was a perfect example of why. So if I had to have another 80 or 90 pounds in the canoe with me today, I don't know what would have happened. So anyways, I decided to bring Goose along. So I don't know if I mentioned before, but he's a Cape Shore water dog, and he's 8 months old. So he's still just a pup. So he got tons of energy, and this is his first trip now out without Molly with us. He's still got a lot to learn, and a trip like this will be good for him. I'm going to do some training with him. I've been doing some already, actually, so Yeah, he's been doing great so far. He did great in the canoe today. Couldn't have asked for better. So this, like I said, this will be a good trip for him now. I'll still be bringing Molly out on my shorter trips and my backpacking trips and that kind of thing, but I knew coming into this trip that it wasn't a good idea to have two of the dogs and all the gear in the canoe. It's just too much. Crossing some of these big ponds and stuff is too risky. So anyways, Molly's home getting spoiled by my wife, I'm sure. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm gonna finish up this water here, and then I'm getting in the tent, and I'll show you guys on the map then. For anyone who's interested, I'll show you guys where we are and where we started from and the route we're doing and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so hope you can see this. So this is where we drove in, Horse Chops Road. So I got someone to drive me in my truck and drop me off right here on Mount Carmel Pond. And then yesterday, so day one, we just paddled across Mount Carmel Pond. And we camped right here on the beach by the Portage Trail. So this morning we broke camp here. Portage here is a couple little ponds. You gotta paddle, and portage, and then paddle. And then you get into this one, paddle down this one. And then up this way and into Middle Pond. So paddle down Middle Pond. Short portage into Bloody Pond. And this is where things kind of went awry on us a little bit there. So when I left here, things were pretty calm. Wind wasn't bad at all. When I got about right here, the wind just came out of nowhere. Just huge gusts, white caps. So anyways, I managed, the wind pretty much drove me right into this island. So this is the island I was kind of stranded on there for a couple hours. But yeah, so then I kind of portaged the canoe down to this side of the island. And the wind was blowing this way from the south. So I got back in the canoe on this side of the island, and then I kind of just picked my way down across here. Down here, managed to get over to these little small islands, and it was pretty bad, but I got on the north side of this island, and anyways, I managed to get over here. By the time I got down here, the waves were huge again, but I managed to get in this little brook here. And this is where I planned to camp for tonight, but there was nothing there. The wind was gusting too. It's all wide open country right here on this marsh. So I ended up doing this portage then. Yeah, I ended up doing this portage. Yeah, from here into right here. And that's where I am right now. Just on the side of this little brook. Well, Goose is passed out. Looks pretty comfortable there, bud. Anyways, guys, thanks for following along with us. So that's it for today. Calling it a night here now. Looking forward to seeing what tomorrow's gonna bring. Well, morning day 3 here. So we're up on the go early. Beautiful morning here now. But like I was saying yesterday, the winds are supposed to pick up quite a bit here today. Northwesterly winds. So we're gonna get on the go here early now. Just had a quick granola bar there for breakfast. Fed Goose. And we're gonna try to get up across this pond now before the wind picks up. day. So, you gotta get around this waterfall now. So, there's a little portage trail here. It's gonna be rough going though, but we carry the gear through first now and then come back for the canoe. So, this one's gonna take a while. But we just gotta take our time and get her done. Let's go. So, the waterfall is behind us. Got that over with, so that's good. Glad to have that one done. Anyways, I managed to get the canoe down through all these rocks. What a tangle that was. But we got lots more of this to do yet, so might as well get used to it. Anyways, we got a little gully here now that we can paddle. Then just up here, I think the river narrows in again, so we're probably gonna end up having to get out and wade or line the canoe or whatever we got to do. And then after that little section, I think we're out into the next pond, so I may even camp there for tonight. I'm definitely not gonna punch a long day like yesterday, so looking forward to a shorter day here. We're out in the next pond here now. So we got a bit of a headwind, but it's not too bad. So there's a little island up ahead here, and then I'm gonna pull in there, have a little break, probably have some breakfast, have a coffee and whatnot, and yeah, we'll take it from there. good. Watch out. Well, I'm going to attempt to cook up some supper here now. So it is 10 past 6. So anyway, it's been a bit of a weird afternoon. It's been kind of, 1 minute it's blue sky and looks like the sun is about to pop out, and then the next minute it's just pouring down with rain. So that's the way it's been pretty much since around lunchtime or so. But anyways, yeah, we haven't been doing a whole lot, just kind of relaxing. Gathered up a bit of firewood, done a little bit of fishing, no luck there. And that's about it. Goose had a big old nap in the tent there for about 3 hours, so he's back out on the go again here now. It's just in the water here behind the camera. But anyways, like I said, get some food on the go, hoping the rain holds off long enough to get this done. And after that, I don't really care. We'll probably just be relaxing in the tent for the rest of the evening, do a bit of reading or something like that. And yeah, that's about it. So we'll check in with you guys either later this evening or tomorrow morning.